Right, I'm here in the Greenway workshop with Brad Mosen, who drives for the Greenway team. Brad, you've had a child in the off-season, and so has that affected your preparation for this year? Or is your training regime still as like hard out as it was?
No, firstly, it's been an awesome off-season for me personally and training-wise. So, yeah, we had our son Cash, Haley and I, and we're just absolutely loving it. So it definitely has changed a few things in life, but obviously with racing, it's pretty demanding. So I've prioritised the fitness, and I'm up at 5 every day working out. Ran a couple of half marathons and a marathon over the off season, so I've been getting into it. I've really been getting into it, so I'm looking forward to seeing how it plays out on track.
Yeah. You had an outstanding season last season, probably for the want of just something better, maybe the last 1%. What have you done apart from your training? What do you think is going to get you that extra 1% to just put yourself back at the top where you've been for so long?
I think we're there. Honestly, I feel like we're already there. I mean, with Tim coming on board in this new CP3 car, and obviously with Wayne running the team like how it should be, you know, I think we've pretty much got the package. I feel like I'm definitely in the position to get it done, and I think towards the end of last year, something really clicked with us, and we're in a good spot. So I don't think we need to change anything. It's just the second season's always going to be better than the first. Well, you'd think so. So that's how we see it, and that's the plan.
Third and final question. What about the excitement or the anticipation of this year? We're going to have full international series. Up till now, we've been starved of that sort of stuff. You'll be able to rate yourself against these guys that are running full-time from the US. How exciting is that?
It's really exciting. I mean, when I found out who was coming, I definitely stepped up my training, and I seriously, I'm so excited about it, and it's something that the sport's really missed over the last few years with all the COVID and the change in promotion. It's just something that we need back at the Springs, just to sort of lift the face of it and just spice it up a bit, and yeah, I can't wait.
Right, here now with Tim Clark from Clark Performance. Tim, you've been involved with Speedway all your life. You've done all sorts of racing with like saloon cars and things like that, but with the Speedway connection, over all the years that you've been racing, what have been the biggest sort of catastrophic changes of all of them?
Oh, without a doubt, obviously engines have been a massive development in engines, and we got more and more power. But obviously when you get more and more power, you've got to get a better and better car to get the power to the track. So massive changes in engines. Chassis, there's been little tweaks going on here and there. But of course the biggest thing these days, I believe, is suspension. Shock absorbers, torsion bars, tyres. That's what makes a car faster.
Okay, so just on the frame thing, because you're obviously a fabricator, what's the temptation when you're on the top of the heap like you guys were at the end of last season? What's the temptation to make some changes? The old story, if you sit on your hands and do nothing, nothing will change. So what was the temptation to make some changes to this year's 2022 car?
Yeah, well, there's always temptation. You always got to try and find that next little edge, and like I said before, powder coat and siren riding over the winter doesn't make you any faster. You've got to get on top of your game and just find a little tweak here and there. Temptation was to change a few things, but I believe last year's car was probably the best car we've actually built, so on all conditions too.
Yeah, I saw that. I thought that after sort of the major part of the season, you guys were experimenting in preparation for this season. Was that right?
Yeah, it was right. I mean, obviously at Western Springs, as you know, Graham, it's cutthroat, and you can't be going there to try and do some experimentation. You can try little things, but you can't go crazy. When we got through the end of Western Springs season, we started going to a few other meetings. We started trying a lot of different things, and Brad obviously stepped up a little bit with some of the things that he was doing, and I believe it paid off towards the end of the season. We had some pretty good results.
Yeah, so that's my final question is, do you build the car around Brad, or does Brad make the change to the car?
No, you don't build the car around the driver. You've got to build the car, but obviously when you go to choose torsion bar rates, when you go to choose spring rates and shock rates, depending on how heavy the driver is, you've obviously got to alter that.
Okay.
And every driver's got a little difference in what they like as far as a feeling goes, but yeah, you build the car, you tune the car to suit the driver.
Right, still in the Greenway workshop. I'm standing at the moment with Wayne Green, owner of the Greenway race team. Wayne, just a question. Got a whole lot of people here and stuff. What does it take to put together a really good team? And there's no question that when the team's good, everything's good. So just what does it take to arrange and organise all these guys to get together with the sole purpose of winning races?
I think first and foremost, everyone's got to gel and get along. And I think my key, same as success to business, is just surround yourself with absolutely the best people you can. I believe we've done that, and Brad and Tim is our chassis builder and crew chief. Good people like Todd Sprague here. He's here, he's here every night. Does more hours in the shop than I do. Kerry come along, and we just got a good bunch of people. We have fun together, and if we're not having fun, we won't do it. We love winning races, but if it's not fun, I'm not going to do it. It's a hobby, not a profession.
Yeah, that's the old saying, I guess. Success makes success, and when you start getting better and better and better, it's a lot easier to clean the car on a Sunday morning after you've had a win. That's for sure. Just I'm noticing here at the moment we've got like fantastic workshop. There's a whole bunch of cars, but there's 2 midgets in particular, but you've only mentioned 1 driver so far. Can you give us a clue about the second car?
Yeah, two brand new cars. Brad's is the car from last year with, like we said, very minor updates and modifications. The other one's brand new with brand new TRD billet engine. And yes, we're fortunate enough to have secured Justin Grant, current USAC midget and sprint car driver, wingless sprint car driver.
Wow, that's a bit fantastic. So I've been just sort of following him along with Taylor Reimer that's coming later this year. Justin's a stand on the gas guy. He's a NOS Energy superstar. He races all sorts of things. And how did you secure him to get to come and drive one of your cars?
Just Tim and I kept an eye on his early season. I've watched Justin for years, and I met him a couple of years ago at Chili Bowl, and I think he just fits the mould of Greenway racing really good. He's not an overexcited character, and doesn't get too upset when things don't go his way. And I think it's going to be a good fit, and good for us all, good for Brad, good for the whole team.
So there you have it from Team Greenway. We've got 2 drivers for Team Greenway this year. Brad Mosen, who's been at the top of his game for some time now, going absolutely fantastically and looking forward to the season. But along with that, we've got an international coming, and Justin Grant. And how good is it to have internationals back, especially someone with Justin Grant's calibre of racing? Well done, and good luck to Team Greenway.